already scrubbed beforehand, of course.
Of course. Come in, come in.
There are quite a few people here. Is this, popular then?
We're here.
Arbiters and their rituals do tend to draw a bit of a crowd, as you can see. One part spectacle,
Indeed.
but mostly ritual toward the god or goddess Achamial, death incarnate.
To be a line to enter.
Ah, I am curious to see about that.
Then you have come to the right location at the right time.
Hello, Lady Fairy.
However, should you have questions after the ceremony, and then Gyroculus, the leader of the Harbingers, the Patriarch, is willing to answer and speak
suggest
on
looping around the
Achamial
tree.
freely.
Gathering into the line.
Ah, good to know. I may indeed have questions for him. My name is Naithy, by the way, and yours is?
Magus Alharic, Arcane Advisor to the Inner Court and House of Dracula.
Ah, I didn't realize I was in the presence of such an esteemed individual.
That is quite fine. A new arrival for Doran, then.
Please cleanse yourself in the basin.
I do ask you to not touch that.
I apologize. Curiosity got the best of me.
As you can see at the label on the box, these are intended for the one known as Bella. It is the wolf spirit of this land, the spirit of the hunt. They make appearances on occasion, and are quite ferocious and fierce at times, especially toward enemies.
Ah, interesting.
Cleanse your hands in one of the basins, please.
Thank you. The next one may proceed. Oh, the devout. Welcome, welcome. Proceed with your sacrifice closer to the cliff and execute.
Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm just simply just making sure it doesn't go too quickly.
Oh, hi, Celeste.
I see.
Angelo.
Cool.
Very well.
Follow me.
I trust you were thorough.
You may wait in line.
Once the door reopens, you may proceed.
Brother Fasalia, I see.
Oh, thank you. Weird blood. I have never drunken this before, but I'm sure it will be tasty.
No,
Wait,
it's not.
is that mine?
Thank you.
Are you? Oh no, that was mine.
Proceed.
Ah, Brother
It's
Cruz.
not for drink.
Brother Tristan.
See you.
What is it for?
It's lovely to see you.
Baron.
Fasalia, I would advise to stay apart.
Minor sacrifice in
Not
remembrance
at
of
all. Have the goddess getting me upset with you in this case.
Thank you.
Come with me. You may join your apartment.
Ω, μεγάλη μάστιγα, προστάτευσε τον δούλο σου. You may proceed. And take your seat. Next one, please. Greetings. I am Porphyra of the Harbingers. I don't believe we've met.
I am just Tremere of House Karna.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Do you have a sacrifice with you today?
I do, he's just stupid.
I hope you do
We
not
tend to
mind.
be. You can try and get him closer to this cliff.
He won't. He won't. Literally won't. I tried hitting him and everything. Alright. Beren, you may proceed. We'll figure out this problem over here with the human.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I believe I've seen you before. We were in
Yes,
haste
I was-
introduced, but I did not recall your
Sorry,
name.
you have to get back in line again.
Fair and
Alright.
Briarwood. A pleasure.
A pleasure. Please proceed and execute your sacrifice.
You are unworthy.
Ω μεγάλη μάστιγα, προστάτευσε την δούλη σου απόψε.
Ghost. Follow me, that's
You may
all.
proceed
I
and
have
take
a
your
door
seat.
ghost. It's called Peanuts.
Come, Master Strauss.
Find this
I
called the
believe
roadblock.
he's...
Angelo.
You have until the door opens, my friend. You may enter.
Who's? Do you think there is enough time to grab another sacrifice as well?
Kindly wash your
But
hands.
of course. Go ahead.
Wonderful. I'll be grateful.
Them in here.
Follow me.
Are we ready?
Yes, we have one of Angelo who coming with the second sacrifice. I shall take care of it out here. All the gardens and some blood as well. May commence the ritual.
Scardy,
Yes.
it is good to see you, brother.
Oh, indeed. Same here.
Now let's commence with this ritual. We can feast on some nuns afterwards.
Yes, indeed. Shall we?
Yes, let us.
Go ahead.
Whoa!
Brothers and sisters in death, honored Marcus Alharic, Art Marshal Styx, devout of Achamial. It is a time to rejoice, as we are about to perform the second of 3 rituals to manifest Achamial, god of death himself. Indeed, this, the ritual of equilibrium, is about balance, about what role vampires play in that balance. The natural order of things. For have we not been created as we are, with a purpose? Are we created outside the natural order of things? Do we not have a place in the world? The Harbingers certainly believe we do. A crucial, important role. We are the apex predators, and like any other predator, we must hunt. We must kill. The wolf and the bear help cull the population of deer, so that they don't grow in numbers and eat away at all the sprouts and seedlings, so that the forest cannot renew itself. These predators have their place in the natural order of things. But is the wolf evil for killing its prey? Is the bear? There is a scourge that has grown in such numbers that our resources are being depleted. To such an extent that they are waging war amongst themselves. They torture and murder each other over petty disagreements about who owns what. You have seen what they do to their own in the silver mines of Silverlight. How they whip those that do not subscribe to their particular faith until their skin is shredded. How they work them to death. How they claim moral superiority, yet in the main square of their proudest city lies not a monument to compassion, but instead a spectacle of death, the gallows, where they gleefully watch their fellow kin meet their end in a brutal fashion. Now, where is our role in the natural order of things? I see many faces amongst you that I know. And I know I speak to some of the most intelligent and wise of our kindred here. I'm sure you know the answer. Our role is to cull the humans. It is indeed our ethical duty. There is no other way to balance what is clearly a race run amok. They breed like rats, and their greed knows no bounds. We are the only force that stands between them and utter destruction. Because I've heard the less wise amongst our kind speak of luminance as if it's possible for us to live in coexistence. Well, I invite those vampires to take a stroll through Brighthaven, declare that you come in peace, lay down your weapons, raise that white flag high in the air, and see what happens. You will feel the weight of the paladin's hammers, crush your skull, the burn of the Lightweavers, take your eyesight, and feel the bullets of their boomsticks penetrate your very being. And if not, they will use you until they have no more use for you, at which time they will turn on you. Some of the vampires who naively think we can coexist claim that, no, that's not the real luminance. There is a true luminance that surely won't kill us all if they had the chance. Ha! They claim those who hold positions of power now are false followers of luminance. Of course, again, I realize that what I will respond to this is needless to say to this crowd of perceptive vampires. But this is clearly untrue. Those priests that hold the highest positions in Brighthaven wield the most powerful magic of luminance. They are clearly favored by luminance. To say anything different is either dim-witted or a blatant lie. So, yes, we have a place in the natural order of things. We are the apex predators, as I said. As little as you can blame a cat for playing with the mouse before killing its prey, or blame the bear from eating its prey alive from the bottom up while it screams for its life. As little as that, you can blame vampires for killing humans. It is our destiny. It is our duty. And what of Achamial, blessed be her name? Well, death comes in many shapes and forms. You may have noticed that the harbingers address Achamial, blessed be her name, as both he and she. There is a good reason for this. The god of death manifests both as male and female form, as you can see from the figurines on the altar. Because death consumes all, young and old, beautiful and hideous, powerful and feeble, the wise man and the fool, the rich and the poor, the healthy and the sick, man or woman. He cares not, and makes no exception. Achamial, blessed be her name, is a just god. Cruel it seems sometimes, yes. At other times death comes as a blessing. Death, however, comes for all. But in what forms does Achamial appear in? Through the ages and across territories, the god of death has been known by many names. Hades was the name of the Hellenic people called the god of death. The Romans called the god Pluto. Hell was the name the Norse tribes gave the deity. Many believe that her visage is that of the figurine that sits on the altar this very moment. The death god of the east, who jumped down her husband's throat, merged with a pool of poison inside him, and emerged as the death god Kali. Anubis of the Egyptians with the head of a jackal, animals known to dig up graves and eat the corpses. Apuk of the jungle, known for his cruelty. Mitlantikutli, perhaps the most ferocious manifestation of Achamial, with an insatiable thirst for human sacrifice. It is believed that the figurine of the child depicts his manifestation. Yes, she also has been known to manifest as a number of spirits in the Far East as the Shinigami. Now, what does this tell us? And remember, these are names humans have given Achamial, god of death. It tells us death, and in extension her children, us, has always played a part in the history of humans. Our past is interwoven, and we, us vampires, certainly have a place in the natural order of things. There is a purpose for us, and we have a purpose. Death. Death is indeed imminent and inevitable. And we, the harbingers of Achamial, we are death, and where we walk is death. Ave Achamial.
Ave.
Ave.
Achamial.
Ave Hamial.
Ave Achamial.
Tristan, may approach the altar.
Thanks for getting that, mosquito. Sorry.
It gladdens me to see so many of you here tonight, sibling. To know that so many of you are willing to part with such appealing prizes because you recognize the value in something greater is an undeniably comforting feeling. I gratefully commend you for choosing to endure great peril alongside us. Making such a choice is not always an easy thing to do. But everything that is worth doing is seldom easy, is it? We do these things not because they are easy. We do them because they must be done. Doing so requires the acceptance of certain inalienable truth. And there is no harder truth to accept than the knowing of oneself. Our nature, sibling, is an inherently precipitous one. Those of us who are not felled in our first century by the blade, or by the light of day, exist long enough to face the Damoclesian threat of hubris and all of its hidden snares. Those who remain among us, centuries strong, do so because they have realized these truths. I address you as one such, and seek to convey these truths to you now, that you may also realize your role upon this coil, and likewise find strength in purpose. Create a light, and shadow shall spring into being. And it shall remain so for as long as that light burns, not a moment longer. The brighter that light glows, the more tangible that shadow will become. They derive their power from one another, but they exist apart. Our intrinsic connection to humanity is much the same. We are their shadow, cast by the light their lives bring into the world. As much as we may rightly loathe them for their hypocrisy, without them we cannot exist. Humanity is often spoken of as something wholly separate from us. But it isn't so. Each of us is merely one half of the whole. Humanity resides within all of us, just as the beast also resides in man. It drives men to kill their brothers, irrespective of what we do. We, all of us, exist as the darkness that dwells in every man, given form. We reside in their hearts and minds, as much as vestiges of them linger on within all of us. This is no crime. It is not some invisible taint that you bear, to be denied and hidden away. It is as much a part of you as the beast is. Simply rest, sleeping in the furrows of your mind just the same as the malice that lurks in the minds of man. It is not unusual to have lingering connections to what has been left behind. But left behind it has been. There is naught any of us can do to restore it. There is no act of treachery that will return it to you, nor anyone present here, or anywhere. We are born from, and shaped by, trauma, each blessed with gifts that shape us into tools for our true purpose. To be doorways for sacred entropy, to enter into this world. This world that the rising tide of humanity will eventually choke to death. Final death. We, the faithful, are finely tuned instruments, crafted for the sole purpose of maintaining the delicate balance, of ensuring our lethal waltz may continue until the stars fade. Weep not for humanity as they accept the gift of non-existence, as its dispensation is a kindness, and the violent wind that carries it is so much more vibrant than what comes next. What is promised. Shy not away from yourself, and the lingering tethers life may leave behind. Let that grief shape you, but do not let it stop you. You are so much larger now, and the work you were born to undertake is so very much more important. For it is by your able hands, sibling, that all of us will continue to live, so that we may continue to die forever. Behold now the proof of our tandem nature, and of what we are meant to do. To maintain equilibrium. Ave Achamial.
Ave.
Achamial.
Ave Achamial.
Ave Achamial.
Yeah, Achamial.
Ave Achamial.
Thank you.
This is no time for idle chatter. Be quiet.
If I may focus. Per manus hoius mors velot flumen flua. Possint ostium messe pro entropian hunc mundum ingredi. Videte hoc unum, ut per facto eius veritatem devotionis ostendam. Ave Achamial.
Ave Achamial!
Ave Achamial.
Achamial.
Cruz, approach the altar.
Foes gather at my castle. Bend to my will.
Defend yourself, soldier.
You are unworthy.
Lokmar kopdo nistrt bara ro olden mordes Achamial och dasne rakloadnetas Masketartnet Achamial.
Ave 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 Achamial. Porphyra, approach the altar.
Yes, Father.
Your mind is mine to control.
Listen to my voice. From now on, your world disappears. I am your doom, and I am your salvation. I shall deliver you to the Great Blight. You have no will. No power to resist me. I am your mistress, and you will obey me. Άκουσε και υπάκουσε. Ωμέγα Αχαμιάλ, δόξα στο όνομά σου. Μεγάλη πληγή. Είμαστε οι υπηρέτες σου στο θάνατο. Από εδώ και στην αιωνιότητα, αδελφοί και αδελφές, είναι καιρός να χαρείτε. Ο Αχαμιάλ, ο θεός του θανάτου, εκδηλώθηκε και αποκάλυψε το σχέδιό του για όλους μας. Αθάνατοι όλων των δογμάτων και των οίκων, γιορτάστε μαζί μας, αυτοί οι καιροί μας ανήκουν. Το όνομα της μεγάλης μάστιγας. Είμαστε θάνατος. Και εκεί που περπατάμε είναι θάνατος. Χαίρε Αχαμιάλ.
Ave Achamial!
Achamial.
Brothers and sisters, what is about to happen has been agreed upon by all those involved. She is willingly partaking in this ritual of bloodbond. It may seem brutal, it may seem cruel, but I assure you, it's of absolute necessity. Achamial wills it so. It is definitively crucial you do not intervene. Do not approach the altar, or Ameliance may very well lose her own life and become permanently dead. Take it by Achamial, blessed be his name. Ameliance, approach the altar. Miliota, Iscardi, tie her down. Good, Viscardi, good. Acolyte, very good.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Father.
Timidis sanguis atlingatas animas. Timitas sanguis atligantas animas. Timitis sanguis atligantas animas. Ameliance, look towards the sky and open your mouth. Do not close it until I say so. Your very life depends on it. Now, drink. Timitas sanguis atligantas animas, timitas sanguis atligantas animas, timitas sanguis atligantas animas. Stop drinking, child! Hear you.
Allow me to see what is happening there. Like all my gold.
Take a seat in the back. I will actually sit by the door if you wish to. enter. May enter come and a blessing.
Oh, thank you.
Behave yourself.
Of course.
The fuck was that?
Ameliance. Say it. I said say it! Louder. Louder.
You just slit my throat, you fuck. Ove fucking Achamial.
One more time.
Ove Achamial.
Ave Achamial!
Gloria. Gloria Matri Lumina. Post Tenebris Lux.
I cannot go on.
Enough of this.
Rise, Ameliance, it's not your time to die, apparently. You have felt the touch of death. Be happy that your own life has not ended. It seems Achamial, blessed be his name, has plans for you yet. Now rise.
You're going to have to cut me out of the fucking rope first, Oculus.
Scardi, Eliota. The ritual has been completed. Let us all rejoice. The great blight has revealed her prophecy to us all. She has promised to bring us her blessings and boon in our fight against the human scourge if we fulfill her covenant with her. This day we were truly seen by Achamial, blessed be her name. Our sacrifice has been bountiful and monumental. I thank you for that, kindred. The bodies of pure-blooded men and women pile up at the feet of the cliffs of Cathedrali Mortis. We thank you, kindred. Yes, but thank yourselves. Soon we'll have a god behind us as we attempt to push back the wave of the human horde that threatens to drown us all with their numbers.
Gather at my castle.
Now, as the ritual comes to a close, we urge you to go out and kill as many humans as you can. We are to revel in death, spread it to the proudest of their holy temples and to the most humble of their hamlets. We shall spare none, save the few we take as sustenance. It is a time to crush the human scourge with our skillet boots, impale them with our sharpened spears, and gorge on them with our pointed fangs. We must be ruthless, brutal, and ferocious, lest we lose the war against them. Achamial wills it so. Affe Achamial!
Ave Achamial.
Ave Achamial.
That concludes the ritual. Well done, harbingers, devouts.
Well done. Yes, indeed. Very good.
Yes. Performed well, Viscardi.
Thank you. Unfortunately, I had to spit on my hand. I was, had to lubricate a little bit.
Yes, I saw. Did you burn your hand?
Yes, I was chafing a little earlier with a light whacking, and it was with a nun. And well, I chafed a little bit. Took some skin off my hand, but the holy water just helped to ease the suffering of the poor nun.
You mean the unholy water?
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's what I meant.
Yes, of course. Well, it happens to the best.
I had to gargle it a little bit. A little bit of a cotton mouth in my mouth.
It's rather impressive, I must say.
The vampire ears can hear us?
Yes, I believe so.
Father,
Yes,
I will
Porphyro.
prepare for our hunts.
Yes, let's go on a hunt and kill humans, Viscardi. It's time.
Yes, indeed.
All those gathered are welcome to join us. We will seek them out in their proudest fortresses and their humblest tablets. Yes.
Sounds good.
Kill every man, woman, and child, and pig and hen, everybody. Even their horses and cows.